Hello students, I'm again here in front of you and today we will discuss a program about prime number. Okay, and this program we will write in Java programming language. Prime number. Students, before discussing this program, I would like to tell you what are prime numbers. Okay, so the prime numbers are those numbers which are either divisible by 1 or divisible by itself, like 3 is a prime number. It can be divisible by 1 or 3 itself. It cannot be divided by any other number, means it cannot be divided by 2. And in the same way, 5 is also a prime number. It can be divided by 1, it can be divided by 5, but it cannot be divided by any other number. In the same manner, 7 is also a prime number. Students, can you tell me what is the smallest prime number? Is it 1, 0 or something else? Please write down in the comments fast and I will check it out later on what comments you have done. I will not tell you over here. I will make a program and I will see in the comments. Okay, so prime number, and my favorite way I will make a method for checking the prime number, if the number is prime or not. So listen, first of all we will make a class name. We can have anything, but I think we can take a name according to the program, and we should always take names according to the program which we are going to make. So class name I will write prime number. Students, listen carefully, see this carefully. In prime and number I have not taken any space in between. Okay, now I have opened the class and I will make a function. Function name I will put check prime. C is small, P is capital, and there is no space in between again. And here I will use the parameter like any number, int n. N is a number which we will check if it is prime or not, and we will take it as a parameter. Okay, and this function will return either true or false. Why? Because we will check if it is prime or not. If it is prime, then it will return true, and if it is not prime, it will return false. So the return type of this function should be boolean. And in a function, there only these two things are compulsory. One is function name, another is return type. This thing you keep in your mind for always. Now we will open the function, and this function, how it will work. Are you getting it? This is the main thing. How it will work. I think you can watch this video and you can see everything which is written over the board. If you are having any trouble reading the matter which is written over the board, please tell me in the comments if there is any problem. Currently I am making the video by using the front camera. I don't know, I'm doing it first time, what type of quality will come out. Right now I'm making a program, and if you are having any trouble in watching this video, in reading the matter which is written over the board, please clearly write everything in the comment box. Okay, I will be really thankful to you all. Okay, फिलहाल अब इसे देखते हैं. Let's see it. Boolean check prime, this is the function name, and thereafter we will check different conditions. Okay, our function will return true or false because return type is boolean obviously. So first of all, I will check if a number is prime or not. Now let me tell you students, the smallest prime number is 2. Okay, so we can put a condition if the number we are taking in variable n, if n is less than 2, it means the prime number cannot be a negative number, it cannot be 0, it cannot be 1. Are you getting it? And if it is so, then it is not a prime number, obviously. So we are, first of all, we are checking a condition. If the number is less than 2, then return false. Okay students, it is very easy. Means if the compiler will read this, if compiler will check this condition and the compiler will find that this condition is true, then straightforward it will return false. Thereafter the program will not execute further. Getting it? This function will not execute further, and it will be very useful for us. It will not take a lot of time. This will be the benefit. So return false. Okay, what happens if this condition is false? Obviously, if this condition will become false, then this statement will not execute, and if this statement will not execute, then we can check out for the other statements. Let's see. So now there we will execute a loop, for loop. Here we will start it by 2, and the value should be I is less than equal to n divided by 2. I will make it clear to you why I am making it like this, why I am writing it like this, and I plus plus. Okay, then thereafter what we will do? If the number is divisible by I and the remainder will come 0, then it should return false. This is also a return is also a jump statement. If the compiler will read this return, thereafter it will stop execution of the function, and obviously it will be done, and the loop is closed, and finally return true. Okay, now I will close this function. Okay students, now here I am making another function, the main function of our class, public static void main. Students, I am writing this part after this. Okay, so here is the end, and thereafter I am writing from here. Okay, this will I'm using this part of board like a next page. Okay, string RGS, and here what will I do? What will we do? We will take any number, int x equal to 1 2 3. Let's see if it is a prime number or not. For checking it, we don't need to do anything special. If we will call this function, and before calling this function we must be able to use it, and for that either both functions should be static type, or we should make the object of this class in this function in order to use this function. So because it is non-static and it is a static, so what I'm doing is I'm making this function static. It is very easy, just write a static keyword before it, and now we can call this function easily without making object of this class. Okay, now if check prime, this is the function name, and in parameter I will put this x. Okay, you can change this value again and again. Okay, and you can take this value from user also. Okay, very simple. You can use a scanner glass, and you can here you can use by using a scanner. Here you can take input from the user, and any number you can take. And now I will use it, and if it is prime, if it will return true, then we should display system dot out dot println. Are you getting my voice? Println x is a prime. This message is optional, students. You can write anything inside the double inverted comma. Else will execute when this condition will become false. When here false will be written, thereafter else will be executed. So here system dot out dot println x is not a prime value or prime number. Now we will close this main function. Thereafter we will close the class. Okay, students? So we have not discussed how this function will work. So now we will discuss this main thing, how it will work actually. I hope it is clearly visible to you. Let's see. Listen, this is the main part. Let me take another marker. Listen, suppose any value we have taken. Suppose we have taken 5 as a parameter. Okay, then the value of n is 5, it means. Then if n is less than 2, means we have taken 5 is a value and 5 is not less than 2, means this condition is false. If the condition is false, obviously this statement will not execute. Thereafter what will happen? Compiler will come on this statement. Okay, then int I equal to 2, the value of I is 2. We are initializing I with 2. Reason is if we will divide the number by 1, then it will be of no means, because we know by 1 we can divide any number and any number will be divided by 1. That's why we will start checking it by using 2. So the value of I is 2 and the value of n is 5. So how much time this loop will execute? That's why we have put this condition. Now listen carefully, students. If you are not dividing the number by itself, then a number is always divisible by its half only. Listen carefully. Many students check the program of prime number and they get different type of program. Anyone can have any type of perception. There can be many easy programs also, and according to me this is quite easy, and not only easy but the most efficient program for checking prime number in computer. Trust me, this is most efficient for computer in my knowledge. Let's see why it is efficient. Because as less number of time the loop will execute, it will take less time, and the program which will take less time will be more efficient. It is called efficient program. Okay, so I will execute this loop, I will run this loop less time, because I will not execute this loop 5 times. If the number is 5, it doesn't mean I will need to run this loop 5 times. What will I do? This loop will execute only 2 times. You know, this is the trick. Because let's suppose you are dividing a number 16. Okay, by which value it can be divided? You can divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because 8 twos are 16. But students, is it divisible by 9? No, because 9 twos are 18. It is divisible by 10? No, 10 twos are 20. Are you getting it? So after 8, 8 is the last value by which it is divisible except 16. If you are not checking this number by dividing by itself, means if you are not dividing 16 by 16, then you can only divide this number till 8. Okay, this is the trick which I have used over here. If you are not checking by dividing itself, because we already know the prime numbers can be divisible by 1 or itself. So we are not checking here by dividing 1 or by itself. We are checking by other values. Okay. So we will divide by 2. So here the condition is true. This loop will execute till the value will become 2 only. So see, 2 is less than 2? No. But 2 is equal to 2, condition is true. Come inside. If n value of n is 5 and the value of I is 2. If n is divided by 2, means we are using here modulus operator, and we know very well that if the number is divisible completely, then the remainder will come 0. So for taking out the remainder, we are using modulus operator over here. So we will divide this n by 2. So after dividing 5 by 2, and what will happen, we are dividing 5 by 2. So 2, 1 is 2, 2 2s are 4. Remainder is 1. And if the remainder is 1, then 1 is not equal to 0. So this condition is false. As this condition is false, this return statement will not execute. What will happen? The updation will happen and the value of I will become 3, because this time the value is 2, now it will become 3. Again we will check this condition. The value of I is 3 and n by 2 is 2.5 we can think of, but it will be only 2 because both are integers. Okay, so if we are dividing an integer by an integer, then the answer will also come in integer form only. That's why it cannot be 2.5, it will be 2 only. So the value 3 is not less than 2 nor equal to 2. That's why we will leave it. The condition will become false of the loop, and thereafter we will come after the loop. And as we will come after the loop, we will see a statement. You will see a statement return true. The true will be returned, means the number is prime. So here we will check. Here what we will do, we are simply calling this thing, this all matter we are calling over here. And students, you see, this is actually abstraction. You study again and again the definition, knowing the essential features without including the background details is known as abstraction. You just cram up the definitions, but you don't think, you don't understand the matter. Here this is the matter which you can understand. You can see there are a lot of statements, and these statements can be more bigger. There can be many statements, there can be a lot of statements, but all those statements will be executed under one function name. And whenever we want to execute all these statements, we just need to call them by only a function name. Here we are using the function by using only check prime name. So this is known as abstraction. Getting it? So here what will happen? This whole method will return true over here if the value will be 5. And if the statement is true, if true will be returned, then this statement will be executed. 5 is a prime number. And if will execute, then else will not execute. It is so simple. So students, I hope you have understood this program, and if you found any lacking, please tell me in the comment box. I will try to make more clear next time. anything which you have watched in this video and you found negative or any problem is there, you just tell me. Okay, thank you very much.